So after I met Larry Trader in the spring of 1995, it seemed like, for a little bit, that he kind of took me under his wing. For a little while I thought I had a friend in Willie Nelson's inner circle. So it was about a month later I was in College Station visiting some friends, and I found out that Willie Nelson was playing at Wolf Pin Creek Amphitheater that night. Well, that afternoon I went to the gate and I asked some roadies, "Hey, is Larry Trader here?" "Sure. Can I talk to him?" "Yeah." Well, Larry Trader seemed happy to see me. He even gave me a couple of passes to the show that night. Then I asked, "Hey, can I talk to Willie Nelson after the show?" And Larry Trader said yes. Well, this was a wild departure for a young by-the-books Dave. My writing career, such as it was only about a year old at that point. The only people I'd interviewed was Robert Earl Keen and Jerry Jeff Walker. I'd only done one of those right. But, you know, what can I say? I was just going for it. I bought a little notebook and went to the show. I figured I'd write down some questions during the show, and of course I didn't come up with anything good. I was just too nervous. By the time that the show was over and I got on board Willie's bus, the weight of what was going on was really settling on my shoulders. There on the bus was everyone that I recognized. Sister Bobby, Jody Payne, B. Spears, Mickey Raphael, and of course there was Paul English, who was staring right at me. It was kind of unnerving. I sat down at a little table across from Willie, and I was so mesmerized, hell, I hardly even noticed he was lighting up a huge joint. I stammered through my questions and didn't do a very good job, but Willie, for his part, looked right at me and treated me like I was the only person on the bus. He was highly generous with a kid who was in way over his head. Then the bus started moving. Holy shit! Am I going to Toledo with Willie and the band? And I could still feel Paul staring right through me. But then, quite all of a sudden, things just sort of mellowed out. Who cares if the bus is moving? Who needs to write down stuff on this little notepad? Even Paul's gaze was less intense. No, Willie did not share his joint with me, but I tell you what, that secondhand smoke, man, that was something else, especially for a young kid who hadn't been in that scenario before. The interview ended mercifully. The bus stopped at the gate and they let us out. I had just completely bungled my very first interview with Willie, and I felt great about it.